This video is by Straight Goods News, SGNews.ca.
Is essentially looking to just crown another leader and walking blindly to the same mistake?
What I'm saying is that I am bringing up a difficult question today. I felt the need to bring it up. We need to know what our future leader has in terms of a vision and a plan to realize that vision. We don't need all the details. Obviously, some things will be worked out in the 2 years leading up to the election, but we need an anchor point. We need a foundation to know what that leader believes in fundamentally. Justin Trudeau has said, I care deeply about middle-income families. I care deeply about youth engagement, but we haven't heard anything. We've heard about bold visions. We need the details. We need more than we're hearing right now. And I'm urging, and I'm doing a favor to the Liberal Party here, I'm urging all Liberals to insist that each of the candidates spell out where they want to go. And I want to tell you something here, and at the risk of being immodest, I'm not doing this for my own edification. My place to be immodest in history is assured. I'm doing this because I care deeply about my party. This is fundamentally important for the future of the Liberal Party. We have to get it right, and that's why I'm raising that alarm today.
Frustrated, Mr. Garneau. Like, there's a lot of emotion and frustration in your voice. What did it take for you to come out? And I mean, there's risks with what you're doing here. You know,
I am passionate about the Liberal Party. That's why I entered into it. I entered in 2006. My timing wasn't great, but I entered it because I care deeply about the party and I care deeply about its future. And all I'm doing today is asking a difficult question, a question that we must all ask. That is the purpose of me saying this today. Asking a difficult question today, and that is the Liberal Party must, in choosing its next leader, expect more in terms of coming out and saying where each of the people who want to be the leader of this party stand. We made the mistake last time of saying all we have to do is choose a leader and everything will work out. We did not define ourselves. The Conservatives ended up defining us. They'll do it again this time unless we know where each of the candidates stands. I am doing the Liberal Party a big favor by bringing this up. It's a difficult question, but it's one that needs to be asked.
All that, I mean, anytime there has been any kind of dispute within the Liberal Party and the leadership race gone past, that they've used that as fodder for campaign.
No, I'm not, because I'm doing something very constructive here, and it's motivated by my love for my party, and it's motivated by my love for my country. That is what is behind all of this. I deeply care about us making the right choice. We cannot afford to make a mistake next time. That is why I'm speaking today, because we still have 2 months and we can get it right. And we're all going to work together after this is all over. I'm not worried about that at all.
In many ways that you or other candidates actually have a chance in beating him.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, my campaign is going very well. I'm very, very happy with it. I did 10 places in the last 3 days and I got tremendous response. But what is very, very important here is that we need to make sure that this is a selection that will select the person who is best able to take on Mr. Harper. I believe I'm that person. I believe that I have the qualities required. I believe my track record shows that. I can take on Stephen Harper. I have to prove that to people. But one of the things that I will put on the table, and I've been putting it on the table since the beginning, is my plan, my vision for a more competitive, more diversified, knowledge-based economy. That is very serious stuff. I'm putting it on the table. People can decide whether they like that or not, and we need all of the candidates to do the same thing.
Are we getting fireworks on Saturday then at the debate?
We'll see. It's hard to predict ahead of time, but we'll see.
Fellow Liberal MPs asking Mr. Trudeau to define himself.
I am asking the difficult question today. You can speak to them. I am asking the difficult question today, which needs to be asked for the good of the party. We made a mistake last time of assuming, and Lord knows enough ink was written about it, we can't afford to do it this time. We need to choose the best candidate in terms of leadership, but we also need to choose the best candidate who embodies the vision and the plan to bring the Liberals back to government. And that is what I'm doing. Canadians will have a clear choice. They can decide in April whether they like my plan and my vision. I say that we need to insist that every candidate do the same so that we make the right choice and then move forward.
The party, I mean, we look at the fundraising numbers and whatnot. Why, again, I want to go back to this question, why has the party not raised this? Why is this not an issue for the party? Why are you having to raise this? Why are you having to ask the hard question?
I actually sort of telegraphed it a couple of times in the first and the second debate, and I said that it's very, very important here that we insist that all of the candidates spell out where they stand on issues and demonstrate their vision and their substance on these issues. Today I'm being very much more specific. I'm talking about Justin. He's the front runner in this race. I think I'm going to be doing him a favor and the party a favor by bringing this up, and I hope that it's going to lead to a much more vigorous conversation between the candidates, a much more explicit opening up of visions and plans to accomplish that vision, because that way it will serve the interests of the Liberal Party much better, and we will not be making the mistakes that we've made in recent years.
Why isn't somebody else in the party doing it?
I'm bringing it up today. You'll have to ask the party about that.
Offered his positions on a number of things like, Senate reform and the Nexon takeover, gun registry. There's been a number.
Sure, we all have to answer these questions every once in a while, the topic of the day. What I'm talking about, Joan, is a very different thing. What I'm talking about is a coherent vision that comes from deep inside as to what the Liberal Party stands for and how it will address the future. We have been a party in the Liberal Party that believes in fiscal responsibility. We also believe in the energy of the private sector. We also have a social conscience. Those are things that define us as Liberals. Now let's take them forward with a coherent plan to achieve what we feel is important for Canadians. I, from the beginning, have understood that the economy is the main focus of Canadians. They're concerned about jobs. Today we read that the number of mid-sized companies, that's companies between 100 and 500 people, has decreased by 17% in the past 5 years. That has a profound effect on our ability to innovate in this country. I'm going to focus on that because that is serious, big time. That's what I'm saying about the importance of having a vision. Mine is focused on innovation. Mine is focused on the knowledge-based economy, and I've got a plan to fix it. That's what we need to require from every one of the candidates.